Good morning. It is cold. It is 48 right now in the morning in Staten Island. It's a Monday. It's, I believe, October 18th. Might be the 18th. I'm sorry. A little off on my dates. So if I got it wrong, I do apologize. Whew. It's really, really cold. That powerful cold of fall, and yet you still see the yellows of the leaves and the greens. The birds are chirping. Everything is looking pretty good. It feels pretty good. It feels really nice. The sun's out, so right on my face you can feel it. I can feel it, I'm sorry. Just so much excitement this morning. I just woke up, slept well. So yesterday, you've probably seen the footage, I actually went to a pumpkin patch up in New Jersey. It was a fun time. Me and my fiancé, we did a little getaway to the patches. The pumpkin patch in New Jersey was about an hour ride away from where we live. And it was much needed. It was a much needed getaway. When we got there, I was hoping to see more of the trees change from green to red and yellow and brown, all those beautiful fall colors. And there were not just yet, but just enough. Pumpkins. Pumpkin patch was great too, but where we went to was an apple cidery, so it was more like an apple farm. And oh my God, I've had some apple cider in my lifetime, but this was fresh squeezed apple cider, and you can't beat that. You're never going to beat apple cider. It is so good. It really is so good. Sorry guys, it's a little cold, so but yeah, you can't beat apple cider and fresh squeezed apple cider. And then the masterpiece, which I'm not a big fan of, but apple cider donuts with powdered sugar. Oh, delicious. Delicious. So I just want to thank my boo-boo for taking me up there. We had a great time, and it was great to bring our spirits together and bring us closer as human beings on travels like that. Everyone was so nice up there too. It was a very nice community. And that was what I wanted to do, spend my Sunday with my fiance doing that, and it was fantastic while enjoying the fall. I was a little underdressed though. I learned my lesson, so today I'm more bundled up, and as the days approach, I know it's time to bundle up and get ready for the next season. But fall is like that. It starts off cool, and then it starts off nice, and then it gets colder and colder as the days move ahead. I have been trying to process what to do next in terms of art markets, if there are any open in Staten Island, or maybe even looking in New Jersey, which is a little farther for me, but might be worth the trek. But we will see. We will see. And that's where I'm at on that art market front. You know, there is some things I think that I need to do as a human being, and that is be involved in a relationship as well. And to be involved in a relationship, there are a lot of things that I need, the tools that I should have on my belt. One of them is patience. Another is consideration. And maybe, there's so many other tools, but patience is a really important tool. It's just a tool that takes years to develop, and it doesn't come all the time. It never comes on and off. It never does. It just never has the ability to always pop on and on. It's, you have to train yourself. You really do have to train yourself to have patience. And there's just so many situations that you just want to be in a rush, or you don't give people the benefit of the doubt sometimes, or, well, that's a different subject, benefit of the doubt. More about patience is just waiting and waiting, or not reacting to a certain outcome the way to act upset or angry or or even excited and happy, but to just not to expect, but to accept the other person's reaction. That is patience sometimes. Because we're all waiting, I think. We all wait for the rest of our life. It's just accepting things that are come and the outcomes of how they're going to be. And that's one of those things I struggle with sometimes. Patience and outcomes, and I want it my way. And if it doesn't go my way, boo-hoo, I'm going to be a big child about it. And I don't want to be a big kid about it, but that's my reaction sometimes. I admit that I'm 45 years old, and sometimes I still act like it's new to me. Everything's new to me, so. They say patience is a virtue, and I still don't understand sometimes, but I really started taking art serious about 7-8 years ago, so that was a long time. So I just caught up in my 30s. My 30s I started really drawing and painting and going to markets and selling my art and creating more and accepting my abilities and where I'm at in my art, and knowing what I can do and what I cannot, and also not looking at it as a bad thing, what things I couldn't do, but things that I could improve. And there was the excitement, improvement. There's always excitement and improvement, because it's a new path you take, a new discovery of yourself. I sometimes think I sit with patience. I do. I literally just sit there with being patient and not really expecting things sometimes. And that's not a bad thing to me. The joy of patience is that if it comes, the thing that you really want, it will fulfill a need for a moment. Only a moment. But the joy of just not wanting anything like that, of expecting things to go your way, but just to go as is, just the way the day is supposed to, is better. A plan, like if I have a plan every morning, and if it doesn't go a certain way, I used to get upset, really upset, and then that would ruin my whole day. But now, if it doesn't work, I know it's hard. I wake up and I go, God, that didn't work out. Oh, this is not working out. That's for a fleeting second I say those sentences, because then I realize, okay, I'm still breathing, I'm still walking, I'm still talking, I'm okay. There is no punishment that I put in my own head. I like to put punishments in my head about being late, and or the other person's going to reprimand me, which can happen, at work. It happens at work and relationships. They'll say things out of anger and upset, but deep down inside that it's not a mess up. They had an expectation of you, and you probably let them. They felt let down, and to look at it that way, to say I'm putting a lot of emphasis and a lot of terminology here about letdowns and perspective and patience, but let me clear this up for you. No one can affect you no matter what, how bad you're, even if you're in love, your mom, your dad, your wife, your kids, your fiance, your boss, the world, the bus driver, the person across the street. No one can affect your reaction because you can walk away from it. And it's not to say, I got the magic power. No. It's allowing people to either come into your life and setting a boundary sometimes, because expectations, everyone fails. We're all humans. We're all fallible. But we're not going to go on beating ourselves up because we don't fit the expectations of another person. I don't never want to do that. Never, ever want to do that. Don't ever do it. It's not worth it. Be who you are the best you can be. Be patient with yourself and love yourself, and be patient with others. And it's a hard thing to go by every day, but it's the better advice, I think, for me. It's always worked for me, I find. I cannot just sit there and say, I'm going to be better for this person. No. I'm going to be better for me. I'm going to try better for myself. I'm going to try to get up a little bit earlier. Only try. I can't be perfect at it, because perfection, never going to happen. Never. And that's okay. See, that's the substance. When you know you're not going to be perfect, but you could try. And you can walk away with a smile until you tried your best. All right, guys, that's enough for me. Remember, be kind.